Weekly Young and the Restless recap March 31, April 4, Traci's worry and Victor's plans. I'll explain everything. Never miss this video. Please subscribe to the channel. The Young and the Restless recap for March 21, April 4 included a lot of drama and unsolved issues for folks all throughout Genoa City during a busy week. After Amy's rigorous initial treatment, Damien and Nate took her home to the penthouse. Although she was taken aback to find them together at the hospital, she was grateful for their assistance. She joked about basketball with Nate after Dr. Kelly reassured her that she had time. Nate led her upstairs after Damien pushed her to take a nap. When Lily showed up, she demanded that Damien explain what he had previously known about her family and Nate. He accused her of accepting falsehoods and denied any misconduct. Damien maintained that she misinterpreted his relationship with Dumas. While Nate overheard and asked them questions, Lily departed because she didn't trust him. Damien kept altering his tale, Nate acknowledged. They pretended that they were fighting over basketball when Amy arrived downstairs, but she didn't buy it. Victoria and Claire, meantime, went to society for lunch. Claire was concerned that Victor would attempt to separate her from Kyle. Although she was advised to soften his heart, Victoria acknowledged that he was manipulative. Claire loathed being perceived as weaker than Summer and questioned whether it would work. Victoria assured her that she would do her best to keep Victor away. Jack and Kyle talked about Kyle's development and his relationship with Claire at GCAC. Kyle acknowledged that she improved him as a person. Jack backed them up, but cautioned Victor wouldn't agree. Kyle was afraid Victor would force Claire to choose between her family and him. Kyle maintained that Claire was unique, but Jack had a sneaking suspicion that Summer wanted Kyle back. Victoria and Jack later decided to support the pair. At Crimson Lights, Claire and Kyle reaffirmed their commitment to one another. During their awkward encounter at Society, Adam and Sally talked about Connor and how things had changed for the better. Adam was happy when Sally acknowledged that she no longer felt the need to run when she saw him. When he announced that he and Chelsea were getting back together, Sally wasn't shocked because she thought it was inevitable. She believed their hearts had always known, despite Adam's insistence that it wasn't planned. Although she acknowledged that it was bittersweet and occasionally wondered how things may have turned out differently, she reassured him that she was glad for him. Adam asked if she was really content with Billy, but she brushed it off. Billy thought Chelsea was avoiding Adam at Crimson Lights, but she disclosed that they had become closer. Billy suspected that Adam was manipulating her, but Chelsea maintained that she was aware of her actions and that Adam had changed. Billy was not convinced and cautioned her to think again. Chelsea, frustrated, warned him to keep his mouth shut. Chelsea later told Adam how she felt about Billy's response. Adam knew Billy would never forgive him for Delia's passing, so he wasn't shocked. He believed Billy was addressing Sally as well, pointing out issues in their relationship. Adam didn't think Billy would move on, but Chelsea hoped he would. He talked about his ex-girlfriends with Sally at Billy's. Sally felt that everything had gone according to plan, but Billy maintained that Adam had not changed. He referred to Adam as a black hole, and Sally said Billy was fixated on Adam and Victor. She was upset because she thought he might not be able to move on. Amy, meanwhile, confronted Damien and Nate over their dispute. Damien disclosed that Lily had been given misleading information about him. Deeper secrets frightened Amy, but Damien reassured her that everything was in order. Nate was still uneasy, wondering why and by whom Damien was being made to appear terrible. Dan thought something was amiss at the GCAC after noticing Jack was preoccupied. She questioned his dismissal of it as stress from work. They talked about Kyle's problems, including Victor's meddling in his romance with Claire. As the renovations came to an end, both were excited to return home. Diane could see Jack was thinking about something else, but she didn't ask him, and he told her he was all right. Phyllis attempted to ignore Billy at Society, but he insisted that their earlier discussion had not ended. She had looked into Dumas but couldn't find anything, which made her suspicious. Phyllis was concerned that their relationship with Dumas might backfire, but Billy reassured her that he was cautious. Lily cut in, saying Damien had never met Dumas but worked for him. That a millionaire was so interested in Genoa City companies appeared odd. Phyllis likened Dumas to the Count of Genoa City after Lily departed, but Billy was adamant about finding the truth. Sally told Chloe at Crimson Lights about Billy's intent on collaborating with Phyllis. She should not have trusted Phyllis' persuasion, Chloe cautioned. Later, Phyllis went up to Sally, worried about Dumas, and pleaded for assistance in getting Billy to back off. Billy could make his own judgments, Sally insisted, so she declined. Holden, meantime, was questioned by Nate and Damien over unfounded reports about Dumas. Lily showed up, furious that Nate had told Damien, and Holden pretended to be innocent. While Damien denied any ulterior motives, she said Victor was reliable. Lily insisted on knowing Dumas' real intentions, but Damien resisted. Jack finished business documents in Billy's place, but he cautioned Billy not to let Dumas divert him. They both continued to be wary of Dumas' increasing power in the community despite Billy's assurances. Lauren asked Nikki to violate Victor's confidence when they first met at the jazz lounge. She clarified that Victor's initiative, which was probably connected to his grudge against Jack, was the source of Michael's distress. Lauren was worried that Michael may fail because of his loyalty. Victor requested updates when Michael paid him a visit in the interim. According to Michael, their spy at Jabba was afraid Kyle would suspect him and demand more money. Victor was enraged and would not give up. They also talked about Dumas, and Victor thought that because of his connections to the Abbotts and Winters, he might be Tucker. Michael encouraged Victor to stop the vendetta when he inquired if he would continue to obey commands, but Victor was unwavering. Afterward, Nikki alerted Michael to Lauren's concerns. Although she reminded him that he was under no obligation to carry out Victor's plans, Michael maintained that he must shield Victor from himself. Lauren told Michael at the lounge to leave if things got too risky. Traci expressed to Jack her concern that Alan might be Martin in another place. She should be cautious and consult Jabba's security, Jack said. Jack reassured her that the family would back her when she broke down in tears and confessed that she believed Alan was the one. Kyle told Jack that he thought Matheson was a mole for Victor at Crimson Lights. Jack suggested bribing Matheson instead of Victor in order to outmaneuver him. After noticing that Jack was preoccupied, Kyle asked him about his worries over Traci's fiancé. Sensing hesitancy, Diane later asked Traci about her wedding. Traci became noticeably apprehensive when Alan called. She expressed her want to see him again in order to be sure he was the man she wanted to wed. Diane inquired as to what was wrong when she returned, trembling. Friday, April 4, 2025, regarding Damien and Dumas. Lily addressed Victor at the property. Damien refuted Victor's assertions, but Victor maintained that Dumas had evil plans for their business. He vowed to keep Lily and Devon informed of any new developments and urged them to remain watchful. Lily wondered if it was Victor or Damien who was lying. In the meantime, Nate informed Audra of Lily's charges. Audra felt Damien was working on his own project and mistrusted Victor. Because he believed his brother was innocent, Nate stood up for him. He was cautioned by Audra. Lily and Devon interrupted them after they had shared a kiss. Lily disclosed that Victor was adamant about his assertions after Audra had left. Nate refused to leave his brother, even though she advised him to distance himself from Damien. Devon was aware of the warning signs, yet Nate stuck by Devon. At Crimson Lights, Kyle and Claire had a passionate moment. Claire was concerned about her grandfather's opinion. Before departing, Victor made menacing comments regarding Kyle's connection with his father. Later, Kyle agreed when Claire asked him to stop making fun of Victor. Diane saw that Traci was unhappy at GCAC following Alan's call. Traci reassured her, but she wouldn't divulge any information, claiming that safety, not trust, was the reason. Jack felt something wasn't right when he joined them. Traci was concerned that she had unintentionally allowed Alan to stay in their lives and that he would be Martin. She was even more perplexed when Alan sounded like the man she loved when he eventually called her back. Jack assured them that they would work together to find the truth. No more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.